Here with Justin Jacoby, who had a little bit of work to do this week. He was in an incident last week in his hobby stock. You know this car, it's the 88, and by the way, that is part of it right there. But he crunched up the right front pretty good in the heat race, got it fixed up, got back out. Did you get a top 10 or right around there?
12th, I think.
So not bad considering, huh?
Yeah, passed a couple cars here and there with a jack steering, so.
Oh, Jack, what was it doing? Was it pulling one way hard or sloppy?
Oh, yeah, it was all of the above.
Oh, so all of a sudden it would just jerk?
Well, we had a bent steering bracket, and of course the toe wasn't quite right by the time we got out of there after replacing the tie rod, but we did the best we could do. So.
Okay. I felt so bad for you because this car came in mint, okay? I mean, this thing was beautiful. What happened?
Well, we had, I think it was Blaine Smith come up on my left side, and, you know, just out of reaction, I didn't want to wreck with him. I come a little loose out of two, and I knew if he even touched me a little bit, I was going to spin out, and I tried to move up a little higher and never saw or heard, but Jared Hill was coming up on me on the right side, and unfortunately I turned right into him. Felt pretty bad about that.
So it was contact with another car.
Yeah.
How was his car?
I'm really not sure. I think he ended up breaking a shock in the feature, but
probably
I know
from
he
that,
made it on the feature, and I think he ended up top 5. So he didn't do too bad, but nonetheless, I felt bad for.
Maybe you made it better, huh? Sometimes you tweak them once. I've heard guys say it's great now. It goes in a gear better, you know, all that fun stuff.
Yes,
so what did you have to fix?
Tie rod, and we fixed tie rod before the feature. Got back out there and drove it up with a bent nose, and like I said, some jack steering. But got home, replaced the bumper, put a new tie rod on, new nose. You know, bent out that bracket and got it back up and running.
And you just use string to set the toe, or do you have the pieces that you need to do that?
Yeah, we got the pieces. I got the boards, and we do the measuring on either side and stuff. So
okay, I gotta come in here and show you how you do that sometimes. So
yeah,
next time, let's do it not after you wreck it. All right, we'll just show everybody.
And a little bit of time.
And there's only so much we can do to this paddle because I can see the hole right there, and so we stopped it the best we could, basically, right?
Yep. Yeah, I ran out of time. I still work a full-time job, so it's you know, trying to get stuff done after work before it gets dark and running out of juice by the end of the night.
I get that. So
a couple hours every night. And you got as much as I could done and called it a day after Thursday night. Okay,
so is there still work you want to do? Like, are you thinking about getting a new panel?
Oh yeah, well, you know, when it gets hit up one more time and gets another crease, we'll get the side panel replaced. But I got to come to terms with a race car body, I guess.
Okay.
I got OCD. I like everything nice.
Yeah, I could tell.
Came in this year with a fresh, nice new car, but now it looks like a race car.
Yeah, he's even got the 88s on the back of the trailer. But the big thing is, guys, that right there. So if you want to get involved with somebody who brings some top-notch stuff to the racetrack, get a hold of Justin. You're on Facebook, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yep. So message him there, guys. And again, I just did this with Alex Payne. There's ways you can help these teams without spending thousands of dollars. Like, what do these Cooper Cobras go for?
They're about $145 for a tire. There's about $150 for a nice beadlock rim. And, of course, you know, fuel is every week, and pit passes and stuff like that is fairly inexpensive for anybody who wants to help out a team.
What do you run fuel? You got to run pump gas, don't you?
No, we got the 110 Sunoco. So
really?
It's a little more expensive. But
do you have a drum or you buy it?
Oh, I bought it by the drum this year. Saved a little bit of cash, but it's still expensive. So.
A 55-gallon drum of 110, what's that go for?
About $700, I think.
But you did the math, I'm sure, and it's better than buying it at the track, right?
It was,
So it's 55 cents, like $13 a gallon or something like that.
Something
so
like that,
14, something.
I didn't want to take the chance of determining the fuel price halfway through the season, you know. So.
Okay. How do you make sure that water doesn't get in it or condensation?
In the fuel?
Yeah.
I keep it right underneath, right in a sealed container in the garage and out of harm's way, and I seal it back up every time I use it. So.
Can temperatures variations matter?
I'm not sure, you know, but I guess we'll end up figuring stuff like that out throughout the year.
But
this is the first year I bought the drum, so I kind of bought the season pass to get in this year. Wanted to spend the money up front and save a little bit of money in the back end this year in case stuff like this happens.
Which it does always, right? So how much fuel do you use a night?
We get about 6 gallons, I think, a night.
Okay.
Between the three outings.
So we got 9 races basically that we can do with that. So we're gonna have to get another one?
Reevaluate halfway through the season, I'm guessing.
Yeah, because we did have some rainouts, but because you really don't want to keep it over the winter, is what people tell me, right? That's when that does happen, and it can gel and it can get condensation and all that, right?
I would never run fuel that was sitting over the winter anyway, so you know, I've never done that in a lawnmower. I definitely wouldn't do it in my race car.
Maybe you and a couple of guys could split one.
Right.
No, I mean,
we will see.
Yeah, because if you're only using that much, you could bring a couple of jugs to the track.
Yeah.
You know, and it could stay at one person's house, and you'd be all set, right?
We'll see if the end half of the season ends like the beginning of this season with the rains. So
I'm hoping we're done with that now.
yeah, I hope so too. We need a lot of racing.
Short sleeves today, right?
Yes, sir.
About darn time, right?
Oh. There's what a 40-degree difference from week to week. I think. Holy moly! We were out here in a snowsuit last week.
I know that was brutal, wasn't it? And then it kept raining here and there. It's like, but those are the nights you get in this deal. You know, I remember my daughter was on the golf team. She said, "We're out there practicing in 40-degree weather because that's what you get sometimes,
That's
and you got to be ready for it." And that's the same thing with these.
Yep.
If you're not ready for it, then pick another hobby, maybe, right?
Right. Yeah. 90 degrees or 30 degrees, we're still out either way. So.
Are you like me? I love 90.
Oh, not me.
Oh,
not
you
me.
like it just like this?
I love the 60 degree actually.
Oh, really? So it's
if
even
we
warm
could
for
race
you.
all year 60 degrees, I'd be a happy man.
Yeah, but you got shorts on and everything,
Oh,
man.
I know. That's
Boy, that
just-
my iris just adjusted on that camera with all that white there on
Yeah, I know.
on those legs, man. You got to get out and do some
Yes,
tanning,
sir.
man. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
so good to see. I'm glad you're all right. I'm glad the car's okay.
Yeah,
Because,
thank
like I
you.
said, I saw you pull it in, and I was like, oh no, that car was beautiful. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's keep it the way it is tonight, then. Okay.
Thank you. Thank
Justin
you.
Jacoby, ready to go tonight for the hobby stock. And again, all these guys, if you want to help one of them out, it's a lot easier than you thought. What's a pack of tear-offs go for?
Oh, was it $25?
$25,
Yeah.
guys, that you can help. So just make sure you get the right tear-offs. There's a couple versions.
Yeah, no
Have
doubt.
fun tonight, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.